Greetings, everybody. My name is Farah Naselis, and I am the Interfaith and Outreach Director for the Old Dulles Area Muslim Society, better known as the Adams Center. And I also am the Muslim chaplain for George Mason University. Today, it will be my pleasure to talk to you about a topic that is one of my favorites, and usually it takes more than 10 minutes to do a decent presentation about it, but I'll try my best, and it is women in Islam. For too long now, there has been a misunderstanding in the West about the role women play in the religion of Islam. It tends to be understood through the lens of the cultural behavior of some Muslim nations with regards to their females. Women in Islam have a very high position. It's not a position superior to the male, nor inferior to the male. We are at just a completely different level. We are to be considered important parts of the society. Of course, you can't have a complete living entity without that entity having all its parts. And therefore, since society is a living entity, a very important part of it is the females of that society. And Islam calls us to participate in all the various aspects of society as members of such. Therefore, we can occupy positions of election if we choose to do so, and we are also allowed not to choose to do so, or to choose not to do so if it's our desire. Also, with regards to scholarship, and there are many various and good examples today of the high level of knowledge that women have in the field of Islam. Probably the best one, the closest one, and the most known one is Dr. Ingrid Mattson, who for 2 terms was the president of the Islamic Society of North America. Dr. Mattson is considered one of the 3 most important Islamic scholars of the Quran in the West, and is very respected also in the Muslim world. Women have the right, because in the Quran there's no opposition to us to get education to the level that we desire. And the fact that eventually we become wives and mothers doesn't mean that scholarship has to take a backseat to those functions. If you allow me, I want to stop for a little bit in our roles as wives, as spouses, because it may be one of the most misunderstood. We are to be partners in the business that is marriage. And of course, business very tongue in cheek. And as partners, we are entitled to all the benefits that come from such partnership. And of course, we have duties. One of the things that may be not well known and not well understood is, for example, when an Islamic couple decides to marry, there is a contract that is signed. It's called nikah, and actually that is what our wedding ceremony is about, the signing of this contract. In that contract, the couple agrees to anything they so desire, as long, of course, as it doesn't go against the laws of the religion or against the law of the land where they are living. But by religious duty, male have over 61 obligations for the wife, and females have just 4 for the husbands. And of course, as soon as kids start showing up, it changes. Still 4 for the wife, but more than 61 for the husband. So, and from there, let's go to the role of women in the family. Who is the head of the family? Of course, it's the male. Like in every society, if there is a male in the family, a husband, a father. But I do remember a scene in the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding, where the mother tells the daughter that the husband is the head of the family, but the wife is the neck. Try to move the head without using the neck. It's just not possible. And I think this is a very an easy way of explaining the role of the woman in the family as per Islam. A very important role also is the role of a mother. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, told us that the role of the mother is so important that paradise is at the feet of the mother, which means that the mother is of the utmost importance. And this is not the only time he talked about it. In the Ahadith, which is the compilation of actions, saying, and traditions of the Prophet, there's a story that is one of my favorites, where somebody asked him, who should deserve the most respect? From this person who asked. And the Prophet answered, your mother. And the person asked again, and after that? And the Prophet answered, your mother. And after that, your mother. Then your father. Four times the importance, the first three for the mother, the last one for the father. And the importance also of the role of women in the family resides with the fact that we are the first teachers for our kids. We are the ones there to teach them everything they need to know before they go out to society, before they go to school. And if we go back a little bit, this is important, or this is why it's important that females are educated, because then we have more knowledge to transmit to our kids. Now, the last mini topic I want to touch before we run out of time is the Islamic dress code. It seems to be a very controversial topic in the West with many different points of view. The funny thing is that there are as many dressing styles inside that code as opinions about it in the West. And of all, there seems to be a predilection for criticizing what we call the hijab, the head scarf or head veil, or the veil, as it's called also. Is it mandatory for females to cover their hair or not? You will find actually three schools of thought. One that says, yes, it is. It's part of the religion and it's obligatory for all females. Another one that says, no, it's not. It's optional or voluntary or not necessary. And then you will find my school of thought, which is, why are we discussing this? There's no need to argue about it. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. That's your business. But something that the West doesn't seem to know is that the dress code applies to males too, because we both genders are called to dress in a modest way, and modest way will take the appearance as per where the person comes from. You will find some that dress in a very Western style and others that don't. So probably, and I hope I get invited again to extend a little bit more in this topic because there is so much to talk about it that 10 minutes probably won't do justice. But thank you very much for listening.